My uncle was forcing my 11-year-old cousin into marriage. I spoke out. 2 years later, half my family's in jail. My family had this rule. Women couldn't speak after 16, ever. They called it tradition. Red thread around your wrist as a reminder. Break the rule once, they starve you. Twice, they pull a tooth. Nobody broke it 3 times. The men competed over who had the quietest house. Uncle Dev would brag, Mira hasn't made a sound since January. Uncle Raj would smirk. Priya's going on 2 years. I was 14 when I realized I had 2 years left to laugh, sing, exist out loud. I was the loudest person I knew. Then Mr. Brown announced we needed a foreign language. ASL counted. 3 times a week, I learned to speak with my hands. If my parents found out, my life was over. Then came Diwali dinner. Priya sat crying silently at the table. 17 years old, a year into her silence. I slipped her a note. Meet me by the garden shed. Every gathering after that, while men watched cricket and silenced women served food, I taught the younger girls sign language. We signed while washing dishes, hands hidden in soapy water. By 15, we had 12 girls fluent in a language our fathers couldn't understand. Everything crashed at Anjali's wedding. She was 15, marrying a 65-year-old who'd chosen her for her well-trained silence. Halfway through the ceremony, her 11-year-old sister signed, "He hits her," showed me bruises. I watched Anjali in her red dress, unable to object. Something snapped. As the final vow started, I stood and spoke out loud. "She doesn't want this marriage. He's been hurting her." The room exploded. My mother's face went ghost white. My father grabbed my arm, but he froze because 6 other girls stood up, some speaking for the first time in years. "We know about the beatings. This is illegal." Then sirens. Police and CPS shut down the wedding. They separated Anjali, photographed her bruises. My uncle grabbed his daughter by the hair. Officers intervened. My father locked me in my room for 3 days. Through the floor, I heard him calling uncles, planning an emergency meeting. On the 4th morning, my school counselor showed up. My grandfather lied, said I had the flu. She insisted on seeing me. While he stood behind me, I signed help. Her expression didn't change, but I saw her notice. Next day, she returned with a social worker. They asked questions. I gave rehearsed answers, but my ASL notebook was hidden under a cushion. When I shifted, it fell. Pages scattered. The social worker gathered each one, studying them, photographed everything. That night, my grandfather called an emergency ceremony. All girls would be silenced immediately. They dressed us in white, lined us up. My father approached with red thread. I signed now. We scattered. I ran for the kitchen. Silenced women were cooking. I begged them to help. Most looked away, but my Aunt Mira blocked the doorway as my father appeared. He ordered her to move. She shook her head. Other aunts joined her, locking arms. Then my 90-year-old grandmother appeared. She pulled off the red thread she'd worn for 40 years, spoke for the first time in 4 decades. Stop. She wouldn't watch her granddaughters be silenced. She cut every ceremonial thread to pieces, told the women they could speak. One by one, they removed their threads. Some cried, others laughed. My mother said my name for the first time in years. The ceremony collapsed. Over the next weeks, the community split. My grandmother visited families, sharing her story. Uncle Raj tried kidnapping his daughter from school, arrested in the parking lot. My cousin Maya started a YouTube channel. It went viral. Girls worldwide reached out. My father lost his job. My mother got one for the first time in 20 years. Her voice grew stronger daily. My grandmother passed away that spring. Hundreds of women spoke at her funeral. By graduation, the tradition was mostly dead. The network we built became a nonprofit. At my last family gathering before college, I counted 23 women's voices, speaking, laughing, singing. Before leaving, I cut off my red thread bracelet and threw it away. We'd found our voices. Nothing would take them away.